Now let's return to the issue of confrontation between Palestinian Muslims and the Israelites, right? Now, who can stop the Jews of Israel or anywhere else, belonging to anywhere else in the world, from becoming Muslims? Can you? Is it not your fundamental obligation to preach Islam to all the non-Muslims, the Jews being no exception? Is that right or wrong? Right. This is the obligation, this is obligatory on every Muslim, to preach Islam to all others who do not belong to Islam. And Jews are not exempted from this. So this is the holy war which you do not take. The real holy war, you should have taken up long before, so that they enter your territory of Islam, not your territory of Palestine. That's the only formula to liberate your territory from them. And you don't understand this. The Holy Quran has made it clear. And the Holy Quran has also made it clear. وَلَقَدْ كَتَبْنَا فِي الزَّبُورِ مِنْ بَعْدِ الذِّكْرِ أَنَّ الْأَرْضَ يَرِثُهَا عِبَادِيَ الصَّالِحُونَ. عِبَادِيَ الصَّالِحُونَ. Here, Muslims, non-Muslims, etc. are not mentioned. What is mentioned is عِبَادِيَ الصَّالِحُونَ. Now, who can prevent the Jews, if they accept Islam, from becoming Ibadullah Salihun? Ibadullah Salihun. Can anybody do that? If they become Ibadullah Salihun, what right has anybody got to eject them from the territory of Palestine? No one has. And how can you win that territory without becoming Ibadullah Salihun? Because the condition laid is that. The condition is not the Arabs will inherit this territory. The Palestinians will inherit this territory. The world of Muslims, including Indonesian, Pakistanis, etc., even they, if they join forces, are not promised by God to inherit this territory. The only people mentioned are Ibadullah Salihin. If you become Ibadu Salihin or Al-Ibadu Salihun, then of course you will win your battle against all who have usurped your rights and become also the territorial masters of this land. If you do not become Ibadullah Salihin, nothing can happen. So instead of following the formula laid down clearly by the Holy Quran, which has no ambiguity about it, you make your own formulas of fighting it out with swords, while the sword you hold is much inferior to the sword they hold. So such policies of confrontation have been proved already to be suicidal. Because every time you took up sword against Israel, they expanded and you squeezed into smaller areas. You were expelled and not they. So if Allah had promised Muslims a victory on national basis, as you understand the concept of Muslim nation, then why has He not kept His word? A strange God that is, who tells you go ahead and fight it out. And when you fight it out, He withdraws His support and lets you vacate more territories to the hands of the Jewish people. I can't understand such a God. There has to be some mistake on your part. And this is the mistake which has been laid clear by the Quran. Make them enter the territories of Islam and welcome them as such. Once they become Muslims, then you have no right to exert your superiority as Palestinian Muslims. Muslims are brothers. They are ikhwan, of equal rights. So this is the best formula, but if not that, at least become righteous Muslims, the righteous servants of Allah, as Ibadul Salihin means. And then leave it to God. If you become righteous, then you are bound to gain victory. Now, if you do not draw these lines, which are drawn by Islam, separating the two Muslims from the non-Muslims, then you know what would happen. Under the title of Palestinian, there would be so many who would be drinking, who would be committing all sorts of sins. Among them would be those who do not believe in God, who do not believe in anything. And they are a part of your army, fighting their battle against what? See?
Right.
It's an impossible situation. God is all wise. Don't try to be wiser than God. These are the instructions which you must follow, and the victory will kiss your feet if you understand the meaning of Islamic victory.